my name's Steve, I'm a British Railroader, and welcome to the Model Railway Room for another quick layout update on Brooklyn Park. Just a couple of little bits that I've done in the last week or so, but before I start I just want to talk about what I did yesterday. So as you probably remember, about a month or so ago I met up with a friend of mine who I met on the internet from the States called Andy. Well, I've done it again, but not with Andy this time. Yesterday I spent the day with Dave Steckler and Mike Walter, both from Fort Worth in Texas. Dave got in touch with me through YouTube and said that he was going to be in the country, and we arranged to meet and we did a little trip around London. I spent some time at Willesden Junction and Clapham Junction, and I took the guys to James Trains in Tooting, which is basically the last model railway shop left in, it's not even central London, but anywhere near central London. So we had a lovely day. Big thanks to the guys. You were great company. It was really fun seeing you. Dave very kindly brought me a load of 3D printed bits and pieces with him, a couple of grandfather clocks, some packing cases, oil drums and whatever. Really nice little models. We're going to paint those up and they'll find their way onto the layout somewhere. So yeah, it was a really good day. I think I've got a knack for being a train spotting tourist guide around London, so you never know, I might end up doing this more regularly. But enough of that, let's move over to the layout and let's show you what I've done in the last week or so. Okay, so we're just starting over here on the race section, and as you can see there is now loads more graffiti, and we've also got some vegetation growing up along the wall. What I've done is, I think you can just sort of see down here, I've tried to make it so that it blends in with the rest of the scenery, but this section is still removable, which I want it to be. So some things are glued to the wall, some things are glued to the ground. If I just come around here, and you'll see that there's a little bit more rubbish accumulating. I want to make this bit look quite mucky with lots of bits and pieces. I've got some strips of wood here. These are just cut down from coffee shop stirrers and then stained with a little bit of ink that's been watered down with alcohol. If you go to Foscale Kit's YouTube channel, he's got a wonderful video about how to make aged wood. This stuff is just the basic, but I've got some more that I'm going to do what he's done to it, just to make it look a little bit more special. Moving over here, you'll see that there has appeared a floodlight in the lumberyard. It's not working at the moment. I just put it there just to see what it looks like. There's probably going to be 2 or 3 within the lumberyard once I am finished with them. Just moving over here to my railway bridge, and the keen-eyed amongst you might notice just here and over there are some little dots, and you may be thinking, what are they? Well, I just decided to add a little feature to the bridge, just to add a little bit more warning if people are coming. This has just been done with some LEDs, some red LEDs that have been attached to an old crossing flasher unit that I had, and they've been wired up to a battery and a switch. The switch is a double pole, double throw switch, and it can either be run from a battery, but if I've got the layout switched on, it can actually also be run from the DCC power. There's a bridge rectifier in there to turn the power from, I say AC, I know DCC is not a pure AC power, but you know, from that to a DC waveform so that the lights will run. How practical it is, I don't know, but it's just a bit of fun and I quite like it. Okay, so that is about it for the layout update. 1 or 2 things I did, if we come round to this end, past all this mess, You'll see over the back here the BNSF tanker and the Wisconsin Central boxcar. They've both been weathered now. Not heavily weathered, but you'll notice from the Wisconsin Central boxcar, that roof was bright silver, and now, as you can see, it's a lot duller, which makes me happy. The other week I did the same to my CSX transfer caboose. It actually looks dirtier in real life than it does on film, but that's, that's just how these things are. Over here, as you can see with the crane for the scrap iron yard, at the moment its caterpillar tracks are off, and I'm just preparing it. So what I'm going to do is I want to weather this, but I'm going to start by giving it a coat of matte varnish, which should just tone everything down, and then I can apply weathering to that. So I have actually masked the windows with some liquid masking fluid, just to get those, just to keep them relatively clean. I can then just weather them afterwards. And the final thing probably up this end is over here, for the scrap iron yard. I wanted some offices, but obviously wanted something quite small. So we've got here some stacking porter cabins with stairs leading up to them. This kit is, I think it's actually a Faller kit, but it's marketed through Gagemaster over here in the UK. The great thing being is it's actually an HO kit rather than a 00 scale kit. So it works perfectly for me. So that needs to be painted and have the windows fitted, etc. And again, had some circuitry put in for lighting, so that it looks like a working office. So that's that bit there. As you can see, the back scene is all nicely on. There are a couple of areas that have got a couple of folds in them, but actually when the layout lighting is on, you don't really notice it that much, so I'm quite happy with that. So there we go, that is the layout update for now. Okay, short and sweet this week, which is how quite a lot of people like it. But there we go, that's where I've got to. If you do have any questions about what I've done, or you want to know a little bit more, then please pop a comment down below, or drop me an email at thebritishrailroader@gmail.com. I believe I will post the email address down below. But yeah, that's it for this week. So thanks to everybody for watching. I'd like to give a big thank you to all of the new subscribers that I've got to the channel. I have now, I think I've got almost 510. I had kind of hoped that, might reach 600 before the end of the year, but I don't think that's going to happen. But if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. The more likes that I get, the more exposure the video gets, and then, more people get to see it on YouTube. But that's it for this week. As I said before, my name's Steve. I'm the British Railroader, and I bid you farewell from the Model Railway Room. Bye-bye.